y'all, it is Crafty Hope here, and welcome to my ICAD number 26. I have information about ICAD below, but basically it stands for Index Card a Day, and you're given a couple prompts from a couple different sources, and you just basically decorate an index card. You can use the prompts, not use the prompts, whatever. The two prompts today that I had were the first one from Daisy Yellow was Madelace, something along those lines. I didn't know what it meant. Apparently, it's some kind of quilting technique, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. I didn't really quite care for that. So I'm kind of just collaging in a piecework pattern that's not exactly the same thing. More than anything, I was interested in the second prompt, which was the mixed media ICAD prompt, which was lists. So I've got a couple things with lists on them. This pink thing in particular, I'm going to show y'all here a second. Right there. Nope, not there. That's not it. I think I was trying to show you somebody had written down Ralph Waldo Emerson or something. Um, but the book page had a list in it, and then this pink paper also has lists. And here it is, list number 19 right there. And so, yeah, I absolutely am using lists. This is some kind of I don't know what it is. It's from a haul of a bunch of paper I had gotten some years ago, and I'm slowly actually using it in my artwork. So I've got my two lists down as part of my collage, and then I'm just dipping into this bucket of all kinds of different little pieces of paper to kind of fill in some of the gaps on my index card. I am using a really basic, well, not basic, I'm just using a glue stick. It's an Oohoo glue stick. It's what I prefer. I finally found a size that works for me. I don't know if I actually have that as the linked one, but I'm going to try to make sure I do, because there's like a bigger size and then there's the small usual size, and this one is kind of an in-between, and I have really been enjoying that size because it's not too big for my tiny hands, but it's also not so small. Now that I've got all of these little bits and pieces of paper down here, I am going to add some inks and paint and whatever. This is a Liquitex acrylic ink in cerulean blue. This is a golden fluid acrylic in indigo. And then I've got a Deco Arts acrylic paint in spa blue. And I'm just putting, you see that, y'all? I'm seriously just putting all of those blues down there and spraying it with some water. And now I'm letting it just kind of drip and move, and I'm smushing it because I do have that paint on there. And just kind of moving it around. And I really was digging that. I'm trying to make sure some of it did move a little bit more, but then I'm just going to dry it. It took a little while to dry it because there was so much wet and all of that. But now I'm going to come in with a couple of hand carved stamps and some Distress Oxide. I believe that was fossilized amber. And then I think the other color I'm going to use is probably Wild Honey. But these are just stamps I make by carving into erasers from the dollar store. They are not the most perfect medium, but they are budget friendly. So I really enjoy getting a thrifty deal. And that's why I use them, but they're not the easiest thing to carve. So if you've got the means to get the speedy carve, use that. It's probably much easier. All right, so I've got just some background texture with my stamps on there, and I am using a Posca paint pen in white. Any kind of white paint pen would do. I just happen to have this and never think to use it. And I am adding just some little white marks in there. This is, if you've watched some of my other videos, I encourage you to do that. I've got a whole playlist of these ICADs, and I've got tons more of the ICADs coming. ICAD is actually ended at this point, but yeah, since I'm only putting these out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and was late in getting them going, I'll be putting these out for a while. So let me know, I guess, if you get bored of this, I can switch it up or try to combine some of them or something. These are some foil accents. They're like, well, I get just kind of a rub-on foil from the Dollar Tree. I hadn't used them before, decided to use them. I'm going to have a bit of an oopsie, but that's fine. This is what I like about iCads. I'm not using anything expensive. I get to experiment with my materials on a small substrate, I guess. But there, this foil stuff from the Dollar Tree was really wanted to stick to things. So yeah, and I should have started. I'm writing out the word dream here, not writing it out, but spelling out the word dream on here because that background felt very nighttime and dreamy. Either part of like a dark cityscape or the night sky, just kind of an abstract thing going on. I should have started with my last letter and worked into the middle instead of working with my first letter, working out. Learn from me, y'all. Don't make this mistake. Yeah, it's gonna get a little iffy here at the end to get my M on there, especially since some of these letters that are in that, I don't know, the R and E and A are all pretty big letters. Um, so here I'm going to try to get my M on. I'm thinking about it. I thought maybe I can do it in some other way, but then I realized it was one of the smaller letters. So I'm going to try to get it on there, but I don't know. I think I got part of it on my desk or it didn't come off. Something happened in there. Um, and I tried to figure out what I wanted to do, and I was really upset about that M. So I decided to try some of the other things. I'm going to try part of that I there to get it to fill in where the M didn't, and I don't think it works completely now. I got it mostly on my desk. So then I tried the one and it works better. I get that on there so it kind of looks like an M. Now, since these foil letters didn't go down perfectly, I wanted to accent them a little bit more. So I'm going to grab my favorite pen, which is a Pilot V5. This, y'all, I've used this pen since college, and I'm not going to tell you how long ago since it was I was in college, but my favorite pen are just these Pilot pens, and I'm going to use it to accent the letters. I'm going to basically put a shadow along the letters, doing the ends, well, the right side and the bottom edges of the letters to give them that shadow. And I think that's going to be it for this card, y'all. You see me, I'm sitting there thinking with it. I thought about it for a long time because I was really upset about how messed up it looked. And looking at it right here, it doesn't look all that messed up. But in the moment, I was like, oh no, what can I do? Do I need to just put more foil over this and try to cover up the whole thing? And no, I decided to just go in and add this shadow. So that's going to be it for ICAD 26. Let me know if you have any questions. And thanks for watching, y'all. Keep on crafting on. Bye.